Okay, so American Horror Story. I actually haven't finished watching this season yet, so this is just a review of how much I've seen. But I've watched 10 episodes now, pretty much near the end of it. Oh my God, it's amazing. I mean, it's really twisted, really sick, really twisted, but I love it. I mean, I think it pushes all the right notes. I think the characters are really fun to watch, and get invested in what they're like. Obviously their sort of strengths, their weaknesses. How they're going to react to things going on, and you especially know how that some people are just crazy, and then some people are just sort of not crazy, but in a different way. They're like they don't see themselves crazy. They just want to be evil and mean. And then it's quite weird. Obviously, you have Sister Jude who actually turns into a patient near the end of the season. So then she tries to see it as what she's done to people was so wrong. But in many ways, she was like the devil in there, the way she treated people. And now, actually, it's really interesting that the other sister who she wasn't really getting on with, now she's in charge. And it's quite weird, it's kind of twists around and smacks you in the face a little bit, And it's quite weird also that you have someone dressed up as Santa Claus in the episode I just watched last night. And that was really messed up. I mean, Santa Claus just really attacking someone and killing somebody and stabbing and all that. I mean, they pushed every single note so well with this show that you never feel like it's twisted the wrong way. I mean, it is twisted, yes, but it's very enjoyable what they've put together. And I think as a show, it's really gripping. It's really fun to watch. Really can't wait to see what's going to happen next. And then all these things twist and turn, and like it's like a bunch of bullets. I think like knocking off like a window and always bouncing off, ding ding ding. It's always coming at you. It's always coming at you that you want to know what's happening next, what's going to continue, where's the story going to go, and it's quite weird in a way that obviously they're all separate stories. Obviously, this is a completely different thing set in the 60s, and series one is set obviously in the present, and I don't know what series three is set, but um, you kind of feel like you want it to carry on even longer because you get so invested in it. After 7 hours now has been I've invested my time into it, and you feel like you want to know everything and like have more. And but it's great. I mean, I really enjoy watching it, and it sort of takes on a very symbolic meaning of everything that's going on. That you have like the whole thing of she's confronted with not wearing sexual clothing, which I think is really like obviously there's that other side to her, and then we obviously see her into her past, and then there's a really great scene where obviously her rival, the other sister, starts taking obviously stuff from her drawers and stuff, and then starts having on her red dress and then playing the music loud, like pretending it like it's really loud in her head, and then you know the whole thing of being restrained of wearing lipstick is like, well, I just dressed up in red dress and just not filleted myself, but sort of enjoyed doing what I was doing, and obviously everything that comes into her mind is very sexual with that character, but guess she can enjoy it on her own without doing any sexual act, which is probably fine. Because obviously she'd probably get kicked out anyway if she did something like that. And she does come on to people. I mean, hey, I mean, this show is definitely pushing boundaries on sexual stuff, violence, everything. Um, but yeah, and I just I love how there are lots of scenes that you sort of see coming, but then there's some scenes you don't see coming. Like I didn't really see that coming when she took her dress and started putting it on, and oh, it's a great little scene. I think it's probably one of my favorite moments of the entire show so far. And I love also how they show backstory of the characters, and you actually feel like you're not just in the asylum. And even though you are in the asylum for quite a long time, you actually feel like you get to. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's not just they're in the asylum. I can't give a crap about this anymore. Actually stuff does go on, and you actually feel like there's something more to the tale than just nothing happens. Like, if you say like a Reservoir Dogs, which I still see as nothing much really happens. In this, so much happens, but probably because it's extended to just more than just a 90-minute film. Um, but I just think it's a great show, and it's really fantastic. And I don't know, honestly, if the first person who made the first series carry on to the second series, because I don't see any names to recognize. Because the guy who obviously worked on Emma Roberts with Adult World, and now she's in the new show. You see them, but it's a really great show from what I've seen so far, and the characters are so great to watch, and it's just really addictive, and I don't want it to end. And I also bought Series 1 because I want to watch Series 1 now after this ends, because it won't be very long until Series 2 is like finito. So I really love this show. I'm going to give it 9.5 out of 10.